What's up, people of the world? This is Alexander Juvelekis coming at you live from Santa Rosa, California. So I made some videos a few days ago. I put one up yesterday, but before that, I made a long video and then I accidentally pressed stop on it. I was saying some really good things and I love how I was formulating and articulating the words. I was really happy with it, but I messed up, so didn't catch it on camera. So I'll try to make up for what I lost there. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I know this. I stayed up all night, man. I've always been a night owl. On this medication, it's hard to stay up during the nighttime. You go through the natural cycles of the day with time. Go to bed early, you wake up before noon. But I was becoming obsessive as of yesterday. I just turned on and flipped the switch for music mode. I was so inspired. I was listening to songs that I wrote over the years, maybe 10 years ago and up until now. And I was just listening to videos on YouTube and listening to my old SoundCloud and looking at my sister's videos that she's recorded of me. And I'm just so inspired to start writing again because I had a positive message. It's something akin to my videos that I make, these vlogs. I want to give something to people. I want to spread happiness. And there's nothing that feels better than it when I'm a part of something good. So, that being said, there's something that can be said about balancing being connected to people and sharing and being on your own and being independent. Me and one of my housemates talked about it last night, that when you really focus on your own craft and you strive toward greatness, that's something that God wants for you. But also, if you're not relying on it too much and leaning on people, as in being dependent, then you can also enjoy the gift of connection, harmony, peace, joy. So I'm getting a taste of what that solitude felt like again, when I was so focused on my craft, carrying my guitar everywhere I went. If I was on a bike riding to somewhere on the other side of town, I had my guitar on my back in its case. If it was going to the open mic, then it was going to the open mic once a week. If it was just walking around with my guitar and meeting people and using my guitar as a way to open dialogue with people and be friendly and have that as a tool to be inviting to the world, then it was that. So I was just listening to my own music and remembering how inspired I was. I was so passionate. I wrote songs, I wrote punk, I wrote metal, I wrote folk. I wrote jazz. What's up, housemate? Good morning. Housemate, as I said before, housemate. I'm alluding. In case you don't know. Let it culminate. Wait for the right words. And then I found my buddy's SoundCloud, my good friend, and I listened to his music, his band. I've been out of touch with him for years now. Best friends. He's my brother. And I just don't know. When I hear his music, it's like I've always known him. There's something eternal. There's something so beautiful. And I'm privileged to know him. I wish I could only contact him and let him know and remind him how much at least one of his brothers care about him in this world. Me. He has brothers, and we have good friends that we're all a part of in our circle. But from this man to that man, I would tell him how much his friendship means to me. I hope he's getting through. He's a father. I'm not a father, but he's a father. So he's got a different lifestyle. Whatever he's doing, I'm sure he's taking care of things. Gotta be patient. Wait for the words, people. Wait. Gotta wait. Wait. Keep going. Wait for it to come. It'll come at the right time. What should I say? What should I say? This journey, I feel like everything is healing. If it weren't for music, I wouldn't have made it. I feel like I barely made it. I almost lost my grip on reality. Such frightening things happening. Feeling the biggest spirits of fear, of malevolence. I almost didn't make it. But there was that little light inside. You know, this sounds so corny, but the other day I was in the bathroom and I was singing to myself, and I was singing this song, all right? I'm just gonna say it. It's really corny. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So corny, man. But it just came to me and I was like, something good is coming, man. I was remembering all those churchgoers in the world that say you gotta be the one to bring forth that positivity. And it's like that sometimes. You know, when you're trying to put on your tough face all the time and get through the world to get what you need, get what you want, and make it back home successfully each day. You want to be the winner. You don't want to show vulnerability because that looks like weakness. But it's not like that. We all need medicine sometimes. But it is pretty corny, right? Uh-huh. Wait for the words. Wait. Wait for them. Wait. And the words are coming. The housemate was there. Didn't feel completely open to speak openly. I just didn't feel it. But continuing on, being appropriate, being considerate of others. Not everybody else wants to hear my personal details. So I guess I've kind of adapted into that way of thinking and consideration. When other people are around me and I'm making a video or I'm on the phone, I don't just say what I impulsively want to say, which can be kind of selfish to do. But I have to stop and, use my tool of words, which is like mantra to fill the space. Like I was saying, just wait, the words will come. Just saying something in the empty space of silence, so it's not too awkward for whoever's watching this video, or for me while I'm making it, or for my housemate who came out for a smoke right now. It's all good. All right. Oof. So if you're watching these videos, I've been talking about now, starting this week, a few videos in, my mental health journey, being an individual that has grasped some sort of, this is coming out really abstract, has grasped some sense of what seemed insurmountable sanity again. That came out okay. Those words. I think I did okay. But other than those videos, these videos about mental health and kind of streaming my plans and reflecting on my mental health, I'm also posting music videos. So this channel is sort of a platform for many different mediums: vlogs, music, exclamatory. I was thinking I can be useful and talk about the mental health institutions. I was thinking maybe I could serve other people that are going through mental illness so they can navigate their journey. Hearing somebody speak who's been through more than several years of it. I mean, I got 7 to 8 years under my belt, so to speak, of hands-on experience working with myself on this journey of mental health recovery. It takes a lot, man. So look for those videos, those music videos. And then I'll be making some exclamatory, I guess. Now that I'm saying it, I'll make a goal of it. And we'll see where that brings us. Maybe I should touch base on exclamatory. Maybe or just to hear it through my own ears, my own words, through my own ears. What do you expect to experience after being diagnosed with a mental illness? You should expect to, 1, be evaluated. I'm not going to really list it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's giving me stress. And I'm tripping over my words now. I'm all nervous and clamored up. All right. First, you're going to be evaluated. Then there will be a diagnosis or lack thereof. You are mentally ill or you're not mentally ill. Then there's going to be a recommendation of treatment. How should your mental illness be handled, depending on how severe it is? If it's very serious, you might need hospitalization. Medication is just sort of a given. If it's severe, I guess there could be some sort of circumstances where you don't need it because of your own unique stance of life, where you're standing, how you stand, so to speak. And if it's not severe, then you might not need medication or hospitalization. But it's going to go in one of those two directions. And expect a lot of time to be dedicated to feeling deeper, not just feeling good. It's really hard to feel good when you're feeling a lot or you're feeling bad, but just focus on feeling. And then you just try to kind of go with it wherever your feelings go. And you will reflect. You may begin to contemplate. You may become aware of different facets to your emotions and your thoughts. You may begin to do a lot of personal work. And the first thing you need to do is find stability. Is your housing okay? Do you have access to food? Do you have people that are good to be around you or near you or not too far away from you that you can see sometimes or often? Then, as you begin to settle and become more rooted, this could be a case of a person that's traveled or has been homeless and hasn't been able to ground themselves so much. Or it could be a situation where a person has had some of those things: housing, food, people, but are suddenly at a place in their lives where they feel something is going to break deep down inside, internally. Whatever the case, continue the path of stabilization, and then you're going to see that different layers of emotion will surface. And I could just say from my experience on my mental health treatment journey, I have now come to a place in my life where many of the surface layers of my emotion have been worked through, have been thought out, have been accepted, have been probed, have been investigated. I think the word is not probed, that's a little alien-like or something. I've investigated. Why do I feel this? What do I feel exactly? What is this that I feel? Why do I feel it? Do I like it or do I not like it? And then come much deeper mechanisms of cognition, defense mechanisms. Then comes the denial. Well, it's not my fault anyway. Well, it's somebody else's fault. Well, it is my fault. It is my fault anyway. I wish it didn't happen. I'm glad that it happened. And then comes ego. Maybe it goes in this order, maybe it's a different order. But all of these layers occur emotionally and mentally in the mind, where our thoughts are, and in our heart where our emotions occur. Then is the ego, right? Well, I'm glad it happened because I was right anyway. Or they were I'm glad I was right. I'm thinking this through. Just finish this and then I'll end the video, I think. I'm glad I was right, and so I'm okay. Or maybe somebody else was right and you feel down about yourself and you go, I'm a loser, and they're right. So it's a healthy ego, or maybe a brittle ego, or a weakened, fragile ego. Some sort of identity, some sort of self-esteem, some sort of I have the phrase in my mind, I'm just trying to pick it exactly. Conception of self. All right, so these are some things to work with. Give me a comment if you'd like on the bottom of the video. Give me some feedback. This prophet needs some help, okay? I'm getting through it. I love you. I'm just feeling all gushy now since I just opened up and said what's the most personal to me and what I believe is the most capable of being a good person here on this planet. Me believing that, me giving myself permission, me granting myself self-compassion to be that spiritually inspired person that I am. And I call it a prophet. And I'm not saying that anybody else can't be a prophet, because I'm a prophet. So God bless you if you're a prophet. A little extra love for you too, bro, sis. Have a good day, and I'll see you later. Peace. Baruch Hashem. Amen.